Hi, Bill Coney for Straight Circle Martial Arts, and this is how to immediately counter somebody in a fight. When we first learn martial arts, right, we learn defense and offense. So if he grabs me, what you'll find most people do is they're bothered by the grab. And so what they do is they fight and they resisted the grab and they try to do something or they try and, get away. But that's two steps. You're giving that guy time while you're fiddling around to punch you in the head. I don't need that crap. So I'm going to go over this quick with grabs and then maybe with hits. With grabs, you have to understand that if he grabbed me, he's grabbed too. It's great. I hope he does. The minute he grabs me, instead of me fiddling with him, if I was really going to fight and I thought it was dangerous, I would just hit him. Why would I screw around with this and play with this? Just bang, right away. Now, here's where you guys are going to struggle with this. When people get grabbed, they tense out of panic and fear. But when you go to hit, that tension in the body doesn't allow you to hit hard. What you have to learn to do is when he grabs me, if he grabs me really hard, is you have to understand that this body has to be pliable. So if he grabs me and pulls, it's okay, I'm just coming with it, and I'm flexible enough to deliver that blow with a lot of power the minute he grabs me. It's always the easiest thing to do, just hit someone right away. You want to play with this after, that's fine, but make sure they're hurt first. Also feet. What you'll find is people when they're grabbed, they resist and they want to pull away from the grab. Why? If he pulls me, then I'm just going to use it. If he pushes me, well, I'm just going to use it. You have to get used to where to go so you can immediately counter. Because this guy's not grabbing me to grab me. He's grabbing me to hit me, right? Or throw me somewhere or pull me into headlock or something. He's got a battle plan. If you sit there and you play around with this, you give him time. The minute he grabs me, he should feel that coming. So I disrupt his plan so he doesn't get a chance to immediately do what he wants to do. So let's say he grabs with two hands. I see this a lot too. So now we're going to play like this, and we're going to do this, and But again, it's giving him time to work. The minute I feel a grab, what I'm trying to do is see that right there. I'm having shit a little bit. Stay right there. You see his body is contorted like this? What he wants to do is when he grabs it, he wants to maintain perfect structure. When I first learned martial arts, what I learned was you try to escape, and then you try to counter, right? And we try to escape, and then we try and counter. But when you get good with this, what you realize is your immediate motion is the counter. If he comes to me and I can contort him, or at least if he's very tight, if I can get him on his heels, it destroys what he wants to do, because for him to hit me properly, he needs to be in a good structure to hit. If I push him off or I move him to the sides, he has very little he can do with any power. So your first thought shouldn't be so much, okay, I need to escape, then I hit. Your first thought should be, how do I work him into a position to where he's weak? Because that is your immediate counter. Now, once I get to here, if I want to go to other things or hit or kick or whatever I want to do, that's fine. But, it's like attacking a castle, right? If you're running at the castle and the doors are open, they're pouring stuff down on you and shooting arrows, that's not helping your cause. You need the wall to fall down or the gate to be open first before you make your attack. Just running at things is stupid. So if he grabs me and I make this immediate this, now these things get much easier to do because he's in a vulnerable position. When he punches at me, it's the same thing. How many of you were taught this? Block, counter. Block, counter. It's slow. It's not effective. He throws a punch. I don't get to counter because here comes the second one. And here comes the third one. And here comes the fourth one. And, at some point I never get my punch off. When he throws that punch, you have to get to the idea of how do I get that hand to him. Now, this is a very important part of this. Again, we don't want to run into the wall. So if he punches at me and I punch at him, who wins that one? I don't know, whoever's stronger. When I go to punch to him, you have to envision, most people when they move, they defend, and then they attack. Your movement should be the attack. When he throws, I need to move to a position to where I am moving to him, so it's the attack while I'm doing it. So as he moves, right, I'm attacking him right away. Attacking him right away. Attacking him right away. Always get used to the idea of this isn't a stop, then a hit. I'm just moving towards him so I can hit him. All the time, right? I'm just moving to him. I'm just moving to him so that all the time I escape. Even if you don't get the hit off right away, it's okay, right? I moved, but I set myself into a position where I could hit him, and he wasn't in a position to hit me. Same thing with weapons. That's touchy because I know there's all these knife guys out there, and it's such a touchy subject because everyone's an expert, because everyone gets in knife fights every day. You know, when you're taught weapons, how many of you are taught it comes in and I try to stop it, and then I take it? You ever tried to do that against someone who really meant it? If he grabs my hand, grab it both hands. If he grabs both hands, right, and I just punch through him, come to him. It is not easy to just grab this thing and take it from him. But it's the same idea. I'm defending, and then I'm attacking. No, when he comes to me, I want to attack him right away. You know, as he comes in, it always attacks. There should be an immediate counter so that he doesn't get a chance to get 2 or 3 off on me. You know, right now his mindset is, ha, I'm going to stab you. And as long as he maintains that mind, he's going to keep doing it. What his mindset should be like, oh my God, I'm hurt. When you get into that mindset, he doesn't focus on this as much. But I'm telling you, try and take it out of something. I saw a video once of a girl with a knife. She was a little tiny thing. And there were like 3 adult men trying to take it out of her hands. And they couldn't do it. They were prying. She wasn't letting go. It wasn't going to happen. So a lot of times, it's important that you don't delay. You don't want to counter and hit. Stop it and then hit. Because he's not going to sit there. When he blocks this, oh good, I just keep stabbing and cutting you. You got to take his mind off it and make him stop. So whether it's a grab, or I want to go into him right away, or whether he's punching, or anything that he does, I want to try to take his mind off of his attack. Yeah, tip of the day. Don't confuse this with immediate counter as we both punch at the same time, like I said. Your immediate counter sometimes is your positioning. If you position to retreat to give him a second shot, well, that's on you. But if you position to a point where you could hurt him, that's the counter. Get to a position where he can't hit you, but also sets you to immediately hurt him. Don't get me wrong. If he swings at me and I escape, that's better than nothing. I'd rather do that than take it. But it gives him more opportunities. But if I can get into him right away and not give him a chance to even think about it, this is going to get a lot easier for me. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please feel free to leave comments, suggestions, and share. Thanks for everything you've done. It really helping my channel grow.